scream my name. I'm your god in the dark. You're my prey. No light, no spark. Stay with me. Underworld in your head. You're mine forever. In the kingdom of the dead. Kingdom of the dead. Fall into the black. No way back. Feel the walls closing in. Hear the echo of sin. Baby, you're bound. Eternity begins. Scream my name. I'm your god in the dark. You're my prey. No light, no spark. Stay with me. World in your head. You're mine forever. In the kingdom of the dead.
Oh shit. Ever have that happen? Hey man. Oh. It's Monday, huh? Alright, well, look. Don't worry about it. I was on cruise control anyways. This thing's got that new Tesla technology, self-driving type stuff, right? But hey, look. Got a special map planned. We're also gonna have some top-tier cast to play later, so stick around after. But we're gonna jump straight into the Double Crown World Invitational. go and check out what we got going on the main stage, huh? And look, we're gonna have Moon stopping by. A little bit of sock action, perhaps. You just buckle up tight back there and enjoy the ride, huh? Old Papa Sunshine's gonna take care of you. Oh, hey, look. Random bad gamers out there. Well, let's put on a show for them, huh? What do you say? Oh, yeah. Excuse me, sir. Man, you've got some big feet. All right, man. Hey, we got 2 versus 2s. We got 1 versus 1s. We got a little bit of everything coming at you today, huh? And, of course, we're going to have some Orc playing. It's going to be Yo and John versus Dark and Reaver. But, hey, I'm going to go in here and party a little bit. You check out what's going on in the stadium, huh? All right. Vodka seltzer? Don't mind if I do. Ooh. Watermelon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Hey, cheers to that, huh? And don't worry, they let me drink these on the job. Look, we've got Yo and John, Dark and Reaver getting ready for their vetoes. The players are just now clocking in. I think we even got some people in the lobby. They're plugging in their mouse, setting the DPI, and we're gonna get it straight into the veto process ASAP, pronto. Stick around. It's gonna be good. Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. We're getting ready to fire on all cylinders. Let me tell you. And you know what? Look at this. Look at these player cards, man. I don't know. If you don't like that, I don't think I can even help you, man. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at the campfire, huh? There we go, huh? Let's get it popping. We might have a small delay, depends. And I might even pop into the situation room to go over some strategies. Got a lot of handsome individuals here, man. Am I allowed to say that? I mean, there's some good-looking gents, huh? Look at them. All of them looking like they're hitting the gym. And Bucky playing some Orc today. Gotta love that. Got to love that. And let's check out what's going on in Discord. We got some chats flying around. There's a little behind the scenes action, huh? Scene, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Is that, I'm pronouncing your name correctly, right? And you're the brother of Say So. I did not put 2 and 2 together the other day. I really did not. All right, now the players are ready. People clocking in. People getting in here now. England Central. Interesting, huh? Oh, I got a little bit of a delay on my, in my game. That's weird. That's a little concerning. I'm typing and things are coming up, like, after. You know what I mean? Oh, Siron! Yeah. Okay. Good to see you, bro. Yes! Also a good player. Also play Orc, correct? I think you stream, man. I think I've caught your stream several times, but good to have you, man. And here we go. We're all ready to go now. We are quite all ready to go. I'm gonna close down a couple of things. I got quite a bit of few things open here. If you're curious, I'll post the bracket up here. Let's see. There's your bracket. And there it is. King and Country instantly smacked down. Instantly smacked down by Yo and John. And King and Country, so once again, I'm a broken record, guys, so I apologize, right? But in my opinion, King and Country and Lost Temple both lend themselves to more of a 1v1 style than anything. Reaver and Dark instantly vetoing Twisted Meadows. And I'll tell you this, I'll make a prediction here. If Yo and John veto Shattered Exile, that means they want a macro play. If they veto, if they choose as a loser's map, if they choose, in my opinion, Hillsbrad Creek or Shattered Exile, I think that means they're going to try and mass all in. I really do. Now, I haven't even seen him do it yet, so I don't want to be too presumptuous. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And now we got to choose losers' maps. Loser map of choice to Yo and John. Now, John surprised me with some of his orc play. As I recall, you know, Yo, he had some, he was playing some early Huntress into tech build. One of the games, John was going grunts, raiders, etc. Yo ended up having, like, hunts into bears. I think he went into bears. And I think they just need a little more synergy on the strategies there. You know, if he's going bears, I think headhunters might be better. And if you recall, you know, going versus Starbuck and Pato, they hit some timings there where there were some vulnerabilities. And there we go. Starting map is going to be Shattered Exile. Hey, man, nothing to it but to do it, huh? Shattered Exile. Then we've got Hillsbrad Creek and Lost Temple. Lost Temple, I think Reaver and Dark really thrive on this map. They like playing that kind of 1v1 initial style sometimes into good macro gameplay and synergy and kind of syncing up with good timings and stuff like that. They're really good at that style of play. And so I totally think they love Lost Temple as a comfort map. And if you pay attention, I think Lost Temple was vetoed by a lot of their opponents. So I think some of their opponents really knew that about them. I'm going to go out on a ledge and say that. And look at this, huh? Look at this. Hope you don't mind if I'm drinking and showing here, but look, check out this map, huh? Really lends itself to some really early aggression play. It's very small, it's very tight and compact. There's always direct expansion attempts, but versus certain players, you might want to be careful because the early pressure can be super heavy. It could cost you the game. However, it depends on the scouting. I'm wondering how much these players have played each other before. I know they've played a lot on BNet versus each other, maybe even W3 Champs when it was popping, but I'm really interested to get into game one and see what strategies each team has prepared. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, you know what time it is. And no one dead, surprisingly. We've got some other maps coming up too. While we're waiting, perhaps we take a little look at the bracket. Hopefully John didn't think it was like a whole like year 1 hour later, right? Is what I'm hoping. But let's take a look at this bracket and see how it shows up for us. We've got Sok Chimiku. Here, let's go over to this here. Check this out, shall we? We've got Sok Chimiku versus Focus and Moon in the semifinals. That's going to be a best of 3. And then we're going to come down here, and the winner of this match is going to go versus Law Liat Soen. And I was actually very, very, very surprised that Law Liat Soen got taken out 2-0 by Focus Moon just a day ago. Also, Starbuck Pato dropping to Sok Chimiku 2-0. So then Sheik and Bazaar are going to play, I think, Thursday. Hopefully sooner. I would love for them to play Wednesday or Thursday. And the winner of that match going to go versus Starbuck Pato. And I really think that these rounds are amazing. I think Yo John versus Dark Reaver going to be some good stuff as we get into it here. And I think we're going to have Sheik Bazaar, Seiso Yen's also going to be a very good match. And then I think this whole bracket here is going to be great too, regardless who wins here and here. I think these matchups are going to be pretty strong as well. Would love to see Law Liat Soen versus Dark Reaver. If they progress right now, that will indeed be what we've got going on. All the players are logged in now. Ready, 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 ready. Everyone's ready. Here we go, boys. England Central. Very interesting. And let's hope that my overlays aren't screwing me over today. And nothing to it but to do it. Let me turn on allied colors here. Learning hotkeys there. And let's see, we've got top right corner. We've got Dark playing under his alias, Chelsea. Chelsea fan club, right? And in the bottom right location, it is Reaver. The only human representing on the map. In the bottom left, we have none other than Yo. And these are pretty standard Ancient of War positions here. Good luck called. Love seeing the sportsman-like conduct in this tournament. Everyone's been super cool to work with. Everyone's been super chill. High-level games. You gotta love it. And in early barracks, looks like John's going to go into 1 grunt into HH potentially. He did that a few other games. And he also tech straight T3, taking stabs at Torin in some of the other games as well. both wisps of the Night Elf players. Gonna get sent out across the map. Some creeping gonna start by both players. And it is gonna be Demon Hunter action, and a Blade Master out of John will be very interesting to see how he plays out across the field with that.
A player's forces are under attack.
And John's just gonna creep up here. Some gloves of haste. That's very nice. Yo, going straight into the creeping here. John with the quick sell. Buys the circlet.
A player's forces are under attack.
And the grunt is going to give up the position here. Taking a little free damage. Blade Master gets an opportunity to block him in. The sheep is not your friend. And now the blade takes some damage as well. Yo secures his level 2. Ring of Protection going to be very nice there.
A player's forces are under attack.
And let me make sure that
The town is under siege.
Game volume's on. Nice Deado by Dark. Also nice scouting as well, as John's forced back to his shop. He's gonna salve up to come back. And I love that Dark there spends the time to get extra burns off on Yo. That way, if he runs into the Archmage, he's kind of saved the Archmage mana. So it makes a lot of sense, honestly. Dark's gonna Moonwell up, and he's gonna come right back. Decent items on him. I'm not sure if he would have rather had a Ring of Protection or not. Not really sure. We'll have to see. And Blade's getting a little bit stacked here, I have to admit. Another item gonna go to him. Globe. He's definitely gonna use that to scout. And there it is. He sees the Expo coming up by Reaver. Almost completed now. Too late to thwart. Arcane Tower's early. John gets burnt. No more mana left. Doesn't have clarities. Plenty of salves. Needs to salve himself. Beautiful deny by Reaver there. And level 3 on the Archmage is a really big deal as Yo moves into the expansion. And he's trying to harass the workers a little bit. Now attacking the tower, but it's not enough. And when he pulled the assassin, he took a little too much damage there. And he's going to get forced back. Now John trying to come from the north position. Dark all over it today, man. This is the difference between Dark at 4 a.m. after a 2-week vacation. And Dark after he's feeling a little bit warmed up here. You can definitely tell all his actions way quicker, way smoother than the previous games we saw. Maybe he took a couple espressos, maybe some cappuccinos. And he's feeling good. Reaver running around with full mana. Needs to take advantage of it. Can string out this grunt. No boots of speed on the Archmage. I would have loved to see boots on one of them. Dark has to be careful here with the demon now, but he's doing a great job stringing him out. Now Yo coming from behind with the Naga and archers hired from the middle. He's going to try and pick up one footman. Reaver needs to be on point with his denies here. And some pressure coming out of John and Yo towards the expansion of Dark and Reaver. The Dark and Reaver never got overextended. I think they've got great position here. Ancient of Wonders coming up. Tier 2 is completed. And I don't see the second hero yet out of Dark. Both players controlling the map with burns that would have forced back the Demon Hunter of Dark. He's in a nice secure location because of all the mana on Reaver. They're going to have no problem defending this. Cheeky blocks with the footman. Yo comes in to counter block and buy some space for the grunt to escape. And they're going to creep this up now. Both of the lores well underway for Yo.
A player's
Back to the
forces
middle
are
now.
under attack.
Assassin's still a little bit on the busted side. But that's okay. Securing this camp is nice. A split creep here is actually going to favor Dark and Reaver, in my opinion. If John gets overcommitted here, it could be very, very bad. Probably needs to cancel the salves. Nope, he plays back. And I like the keeper second. I really do. Normally, I don't. But I think this is great. Yo finds himself creeping just directly outside of Reaver's main. Reaver with the double sanctum speed build. It's up and at him, and that is dangerously fast. I'm wondering if that's a feed from Dark there to get Reaver's tech online. Of course, the human tech versus Night Elf and Orc. Very strong. MK under fire now from the Naga, but a fast, chunky dwarf he will be. And now they're ready to counter here, and this is not what I expected. I really did expect them to both creep this together and box John out from creeping. Now, that's not what happened, but now they're hot on the tails of Yo. Yo has to exhume a TP to get out of here. Even pops a Deado down. Not positive if that was necessary or not. Now they're going to cape this, but John hits the main of Dark while he's across the map. Reaver going to try and secure a greedy camp here while Dark goes back to defend. T3 well underway. Yo now pulling the expansion. Probably going to put down a tree if he can help it. AOW going to move back into a more defensive position to give him a heads up if Reaver's on his way. Scroll of speed used to try and attempt to surround the demon. Doesn't work out for him there. Moonwells are empty now. He only has one left. Wouldn't be shocked to see a Zeppelin higher. Needs to entangle this Raider, though. And now it's Reaver coming from behind. Gets hexed as the fat dwarf is ready for the Storm Bolt. He's going to have to take what he can get. And he's definitely going to lock in a surround on this early grunt.
A player's forces are under attack.
And quickly, this map is getting crept out. I think it's going to be super greedy if John tries to pull this. And he doesn't. He's just going to conservatively creep back. And now the macro up online. The gold in the gold mine tells the tale. This expansion really starting to pay dividends here. Tree of Life goes down. Counter expansion attempt, but it's coming in super, super late, which means they're going to have to take a fight and win if they think they're going to hold it. John sees all the Blade Master mid, and Reaver is going to pull this back as Dark comes from his base. Need some invulns, but John going to steal it. Invuln and Scroll of Healing is going to be very nice here for this engage, and this is exactly what Yo and John need. Need to be a little bit careful here with the blade. He can't afford to lose too much HP. Surrounded, has no mana. Invuln used, gets unlocked. Ring of Archmagi on the ground. Gets picked up again by the Shadow Hunter. They're gonna go in deep on the Demon Hunter of Yo. Goes down to a well-timed bolt and burn. And now there's even bears falling way too deep, and they don't have a good fight here at all. They need to TP out, and they're not. I think Reaver's more than online now, and Yo second-guessing himself wants to get out, but I don't think they're going to give him an opportunity. And units melting now. John uses the Scroll of Healing, and it helps him for a little bit. MK backlining now, and they could just back out of this, and I think that they should, and they are. They're saving some of the casters. Demon comes back out to zone out, save one more sword. A Scroll of Healing would be worth its weight in gold. Need to call the boys, in my opinion, from behind. Could have been a great move. Could you imagine 5-6 militia here? But instead, they're just going to fight it straight up. Now, regen coming in. Level 3 on the Demon Hunter. Yo and John holding on to this position here. Tree of Life coming up in the back line, but they need to get a lot of resources to even the score. And I think the army supply telling the tale. Reaver almost pushing 80 food at 66 now, and he's going to keep pumping. Dark on 51 supply. Yo whittled all the way down to 37 supply, and I wonder if that means that there's a shift into Mountain Giants. No, he's still going standard, which is not going to be good news then. Bears on the field. Level 3 MK gets burnt. Not going to get a chance to use that level 2 Stormbolt for a very long time. And the Fat Dwarf, way too far ahead, needs to be careful. He's getting focus fired down, and a huge crit is going to drop that MK. Can't leave himself too long. He's going to get hired back. Has to be careful about another ensnare potentially. But Raiders are falling left and right. Dark going in deep. He's going to finish off these walkers. Roar being used, some demon on demon action, but the Blade Master gonna even the score. Dark needs to be careful of his hero, has an invul, gonna have to use it. Dark gets so greedy on the invul usage there. Balls of steel out of Dark. And the camp is gonna be cleaned up. Majority of it actually going to Dark and Reaver now, and they're on the warpath. Plenty of breakers to deal with this army. Chasing down with some of the Dryads slow. Dark gonna pick up one more bear for his trouble. Could even entangle it, and he does so. He doesn't want to risk someone staffing that out from left field. And it's definitely worth that. A retrained to Blizzard is probably gonna seal the fate here. Or a mastery. We've got Spirit Link. We've got True Shot. We've got Brilliance. We've got Thorns. All the tools at their disposal now. 9,840 gold left in the mine. Tells the tale that this expansion hasn't even paid for itself yet. Gonna reposition now to fight in this choke, and it's really bad for John, who's gonna struggle with reinforcements from behind now. And the Wisps are coming in to get rid of the Roar and the Spirit Link that was stolen from the earlier battle. Blade Master's in trouble, gets entangled. And he's gonna go down. Need a scroll of healing on these breakers. No rotation out as of yet. Level 4 on Yo's Demon Hunter. Burn on burn action in the front line. Level 3 Keeper now. Quite the big deal. And the Blizzard is also wrecking the back line now. Only Dryads left. And no, Dark's hero goes down. Demon Hunter last second doesn't get the dispels that he needs. Keeper AFK in the background now. Some rejuves going off. But the fight is Reaver's to lose. He's pushing forward with a massive 63 food army as John is dwindled down to 27 and 35 supply of Yo. And I think the supply is really telling the tale. One expansion to none. And now it's just a question of which base they want to assault. Now, I would personally go to the Night Elf. It looks like they want to go for John's base. Killing the shop is a big deal. John with the rallies, and GG is called. And Dark and Reaver are gonna take map number 1. Very nice game. And Bolt Dakota into his shizzle. Philly like a millie, welcome, bro. Good to see you, man. Very nice game there. You like to see it. Game not found because I'm creating it. Thanks, guys. And the loser's map choice of Yo and John is Hillsbrad Creek. Very sharp play out of Dark and Reaver there. You can see them playing a lot more like themselves. Of course, Reaver was gone for a long time. Also having to play at like 3 a.m. Dark was on vacation, hadn't played for 2 weeks, gets back, barely wipes the sleepies out of his eyes, and they hadn't played together at all. So I'm hoping they got some warm-up games in between Friday and today, and it looks like they did because they're playing very, very nicely. We just need more top players. We need more top players playing, right? We do, and we need to find a way to resurrect the W3 champs 2v2 proponent, right? But honestly, you tell me, but I think BattleNet ladder, both in 1v1s and 2v2, has gotten substantially better. I mean, when I'm floating like 6K, it would, you know, I'm consistently getting like good players on BNet ladder now. Now, don't get me wrong, I haven't played for like a year. I have played some random like 2v2s here and there, Leon and I, you know, partying it up, having a good time, but nothing too serious. But when we do play, I have to say, I think it's a lot better than like back when I was first playing. I guess ladder on BNet was just an absolute joke, right? Dark Reaver gonna go up 1-0 in the series. Hillsbrad Creek, the loser's map of choice. And we were on England Central. And it's still going to be England Central. Dark's ready. John's ready. Reaver's ready. Yo is ready. Let's go. Game number 2, map number 2, Hillsbrad Creek. Let's get ready to party. Allied colors gonna go on. Dark spawn in the right-hand side of the map. Reaver at the far north. And this is what you want to see here. This is what I wanted to see. These type of spawn positions. So you're gonna have a little bit of John versus Reaver action. And a little Night Elf on Night Elf action. And this ought to be interesting to see. Because I don't know how you guys feel, but a lot of times, unless there's cheesy shenanigans, this map kind of lends itself to mass play. I've played mass. I'll admit it. I've mass caponed on this map. And I love the positioning here. It's actually amazing. Curtis Fly, thank you for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoy the show. Hope your Monday is treating you well. And look at this scout out of Yo. He could potentially mess him up. Now, this is a pretty conservative location, but Dark frantically getting a wisp up into this location to de-aggro this camp. Ooh, and the Moonwell built. Beautiful play there by Yo, but it's costing him. It's costing him. And, oh no! The wisp dies! And that is a disaster. Now, keep in mind, it's going to be a little bit of Night Elf on Night Elf action. Demon Hunter, and look, did I not call this? I called it. I said if they chose this as their loser's map, their plan was to mass. And I see no AOW, I see no Huntress Hall, I see no second Moonwell, and I see a Priestess. I called this. Ray Charles could have seen this coming. Right? Ray Charles could have seen this coming. And that means it is going to be a mass strategy. Now, very interesting. Farseer, the choice, obviously. A Grunt is great. And there's that War Mill coming in. And now it's going to be Headhunter production. And look!
Are under attack.
Look at this! Reaver going for the direct expansion. And that is going to be a disaster with the Orc on his side of the map. And I feel like the... Oh my god, Largemouth Bass, my man. Thank you, dude. You're the man. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you for the resub, man. Awesome. And I love that Dark comes up to help defend, but now there's a Priestess being pesky. And now even a Moonwell cancel. And he needs to build one here. There should have been a Wisp here earlier. And now the Farseer are pumping Headhunters across the map. I love the fact, what I was going to say is I love the fact that Dark is protecting Reaver so that he can expo. But look, that camp could have been crept a lot cleaner. It's a very difficult camp to creep without taking any damage. You're always going to take some damage. And look at that, a dream item for what's going on here. Double Moonwell. And Dark is going to have a bad time. And now the second AOW built in a creeping position here. Huntress is already on the way. Tier 2 for John is to be expected. He might go T3. It'll be curious to see what the plan is, but he needs to get up in here and see what's going on. John needs to be more aggressive. Screw the Farseer needs to go just kill every single worker, man. And I think Reaver needs to attack. This isn't going well. As you can see, the flow on the map, everyone heading north now. Everyone heading north. The party at Reaver's base is real. The militia come in, and John gets overcommitted. He's going to get one worker for it, and now he's going to probably just let his Farseer die. No, he TP's out. I would range these units. I wouldn't bring them. I would have kept the units here. Look at what's going on. You could have kept these units here. They could have killed everything. Do you see my logic? Am I wrong? Anyone, feel free to tell me. Yo, stepping up the pressure. A little bit of cloak here. No.
The town is under siege.
Nothing here to reveal as of yet. Double hunts are coming in deep. The water elemental's trapped. He can't even attack anything. Scout tower doesn't even finish. The expo is going to come up. Holy schmoly. Holy Jesus. That hunt goes down. It's a big win, but he might have time to cloak now. And he is. Dark and Reaver pretty busted. The mass now coming in. Full HP Farseer is back. And the scroll of speed, he wants it. The pro block's coming in from Yo. The Archmage is going to go down. Level 2 Farseer now. And Dark is so beat up that there's not a lot he can do. He's just now pumping his first units. Huntresses to try and counter. They're just trying to hold on. The expo is up. The scout tower's not going to come up. Yeah, that's something Massel would do. The staff in from Yo. The priestess is back, level 1. But now trying to get Dark to burn a TP. And he gets it. He locks it in, and this is a disaster. He has to TP back to his own base. And Reaver slow builds back the level 2 Archmage. It gives him days of room. I called this strategy, guys. I've decided that I'm going to quit streaming and I'm going to become Taquito's game coach. His strategic mastermind on his way to the top. For a nominal fee, of course. For a very nominal percent of his earnings. I mean, dude, we gotta scale this, right? He's gonna have like 3-4 more baby taquitos. And they're not giving up. I mean, they are sacking the expo, but they're thinking it ain't over till it's over. And keep in mind, the tech should come in, yes. And the tech timing on Yo was very crisp. I think he checked out of it just in time. He has this that he can go back and start creeping now, going into the mid game. The T3 is the play out of John, which is amazing to do that much damage early. I wouldn't be shocked to see a Torn Totem come down. Another burrow as he gets ready to go towards 40 supply. The supply, once again, telling a little bit of a story here. Reaver's struggling more than most, and that's to be expected. He lost a lot. Good thing you have a Night Elf ally, means that you can get fed wood. Shop gonna have to come up in the back, and Dark struggling to hang on here. The Tinker gets surrounded. These footmen are gonna die. Now, if he didn't get that, I think this is a bit of an overcommitment. I think if they would have both just cowered in dark space and not came out, it's okay. It's not the end. He could start building more rifles, right? And if he gets his rifles and his tech online, it's actually okay. But now the problem is, how do you survive this with as much as they've lost and there's no level 3? And now they can see what's coming. It's one rifle and one Archmage in a dream. And he lost. Dark lost his Tinker mid.
Players' forces are under attack.
He's coming back. It's rockets. Pocket Factory would have actually been better in this exact scenario. I wouldn't be surprised to see some towers coming across the map. And now he desperately needs, but 2 rifles is not the way. It's not the answer. It's crazy how fast these hunts got up.
The town is under siege.
And GG is called. And Yo and John are gonna take map number 2. It's gonna tie the series up 1-1. Lemony Schnickets. It was just a series of unfortunate events there. Oh man, Mascarpone, he would have already had 3 expos going. He would have already had 4 Zeppelins. and 9 shredders. And he would have... It ain't over till it's over, right? I think my game just glitched out. Score is going to even up 1-1. Yeah, I don't know what just happened here. Like, what's happening? Okay, so now I can't create the game. I can't, I gotta force quit out of this. This is not good. Thanks, champs. We're just gonna get back into champions real quick. Yikes. Now I'm not the manager. Losers map choices. Lost Temple. Lost Temple. Match point. Consolation bracket. And an oldie but goodie, right? Oh, I didn't know that, Cov. Thank you. This is good to know, right? This is good to know. And we're gonna get straight into this thing. But before we do, I'm gonna do a little scene for my boy Reaver here. Oh, yeah. Oh, he needs us out there right now? Lost Temple, you say? Well, okay. Hey, Lost Temple it is, guys. Huh? And I'm telling you what, I think Reaver might switch it up. Now, this is a great map for expansion. Depends on the spawn locations, right? And we're going to see what those spawn locations are looking like. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to get to work in here. I'm going to be hammering away. Me and this guy, I'm going to carry Reaver to the 2-1. Let's go. And the build order here is going to tell a little bit of a tale. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint as to what's on Reaver's mind. As you can see by the altar location, some shenanigans are amok. Let's turn on those allied colors again. Yo spawns on the left-hand side of the map, and it's another priestess play. And Blade Master instead of Farseer. Very interesting. That could be super annoying for Night Elf to deal with as well. So that's something to also keep in mind. Humba map. For sure Humba map, right? A very good human map. I love this map. You wouldn't catch me dead without this map. Map 1 convincingly went to Dark and Reaver. Map 2, man, Dark could not have had a worse luck game. I mean, the early cancel, like everything fell apart from the start, right? He had the cards stacked against him. Not gonna be the chance this time. And look at this, Reaver does a fake and ends up creeping his own camp, and now the priestess can come in for some steals if she wants. And she does, which means there's not going to be any level 2 Archmage, so no aura. He's going to try and force some space out of this. And I hate when orcs do this to me. I love this for John. He's cross-map creeping this green first, which is going to make it impossible for your opponent to get level 3. They really rely on these camps. Now, he's only going to item creep it, which does make a lot of sense. He wants to stack this blade up, not getting the items he really wants, honestly. And now has to wind walk to de-aggro, and he's gonna run straight into Dark. And this ought to be interesting here. Dark not quite paying attention. Dark! Dark! Gets denied by the creep? No way! Dark can't catch a break, dude. Dark says he's got a desync. And keep in mind, I don't know if you guys know, but I hosted the game. It like desynced me. The players had already joined. I couldn't see the screen. And then and now they're gonna bully Reaver here. And he's gonna have to run and Reaver teched, which was the great play. And look at that. I'm getting ready to load into the blacksmith. This is actually what I did think that this would occur. A fake into this, because I think they were thinking it might be another massing game. And indeed it is. Yo hiding a little, it's not really hidden, but there's double AOW already out. And they're gonna creep and start securing the middle along with both camps. And Dark's Demon Hunter gonna come back. And hopefully he's talking to Reaver here. Now the middle are gonna go to these guys. But Dark Reaver with a decently clean build, but they don't have a lot of map sustain versus Grunt Hunt right now. Gonna be very difficult to engage into, and this Archmage is not level 2 yet, which is a big problem. And look at this Blade Master with a Scroll of the Beast and an Ankh. Not gonna die anytime soon. Fighting in the Fountain versus an Orc and Night Elf. Not usually advisable. Dark trying to get this Grunt. Little bit of micro mistakes there. He might get it, and it's gonna be worth it to chase it. And she denies. That's a great play by Yo there.
A player's forces are under attack.
And everything they're doing, trying to buy a space, Dark and Reaver really need their macro up. Level 3 Blade is a big problem here. Level 1 Archmage. A little bit of ring around the rosy. Dark coming back in now. Tried to burn. Didn't have it. But no more wind walks either. Oh no, a Hex could come in. Reaver! That's a dead Archmage. Level 1 Archmage down, and he just can't seem to catch a break. The Huntress is coming into the expo. Dark and Reaver back against the wall. Dark is all on his own here. And Triple Rifle is out. They need to buy time. You're gonna have to sack the expo. In Dark, it's all about not losing anything at this point in time. But what can he do? Where can he go? There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I mean, hide indeed, but maybe position 2 archers here, 1 archer here. Hide your demon and wait for Reaver to attempt to run across the map. Reaver gonna TP in? And if he is, he's gonna have to go now. It's all or nothing. Good God, the APs are going down. And this is gonna be it. Defend and you win. Reaver bringing the boys. And an instant double cancel out of the APs. I think that's an overreaction. But that's my opinion. I mean, take the fight, dude. You know what I'm saying? I think that you let him attack the APs and you start taking the fight. You've got a ton of hunts. Your 42 supply hunts, your 50 supply orc, and things are only gonna get worse if Reaver and Dark get their tech up. And you have the level advantage, you have everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, does anyone disagree with me here? But they're gonna go in now. Demon gets ensnared in the background. He's level 2, he needs to sell that TP at his shop and build units. He's gonna use a TP, but that means that Reaver has to run, and he needs to get out. 1 more hunt for the road. He's fighting on this edge now, and they have a beautiful position. A beautiful position. And needs to be careful of the rallies. Priest heading across the map now. The expo gonna go down. But now Reaver and Dark have what it takes. Twisted W3, thank you for the follow. Another Spirit Link coming in from John, but their supplies are plummeting, getting a little overcommitted here. And Dark loses the Demon Hunter again. Keep her running. The Blade Master's Ankh has been burnt now. Priestess level 3 in trouble. Dark loses the Panda as well. All they needed to do was hang on, just not take too much damage. The longer this game goes, the more it should favor Dark and Reaver, but they just can't get the levels. And now the tech coming out with the Dryads, but they need to play defensively. They have 1 AP up, need to protect this Priest for sure. Into the shop. Maybe snipe a Glaive. Workers are going back. They might even get Militia called again at some point if they need to defensively. It's not over, guys. Don't say it's over. This is indeed a pro tournament. It doesn't get any proer than this. Well, I've lost to Dark before, and I'm 2K, so who knows? Maybe I'm a 1600 MMR. But I am 2K, and he was 2100 when he beat me. And he's beat me with his off race once, too. But their back is definitely against the wall. They're in deep back here. And this demon gonna fall, and it's looking worse and worse for Dark and Reaver. They're trying to hold on. One Priest in a dream. And more Militia coming out now. Triple. Oh my God! Forcing the TP is amazing. They need to get out of here. The Panda doesn't live to give one more breath. And now Yo could lose a lot. Have they found the opening? That's the question. Running back into the base. The rifles are going to counter these hunts, and there's no upgrades on the hunts either, guys. This could be a massive throw. John heading towards the middle, wants to re-go. There's a TP on the Priestess, but she's getting greedy. To kill what? To kill one more Dryad? That's just what they needed. They bought themselves a little bit of space, and I got to be honest, Reaver getting online is huge. Look at this moonwell out of dark here. John creeping in the middle. Level 3 Shadow. Definitely a problem. Him being able to soak. Both of them soaking this fountain. The value here, tremendous. They want to put on a counter push. The longer this game goes, the worse hunts get for them. And now they're reassembling. Level 3 Demon now. Level 3 Archmage. Possibly the turntables. Dark's base looks like an absolute ghost land. And now they're catching a mid-map, and I think Reaver needs to bring all the boys he can bring. If they're going to fight here at all, they need to just do it. They're going to go for the AM. It's going to be the Razorman, Mass and Snare, level 4 Blady. And now the Demon Hunter going to be next on the menu. He has a TP. The surround is locked in. Oh my God, Reaver going to go for the Shadow Hunter. But it's just too much in the back. It's just too much. Reaver trying to get up here and ensnare, and there's going to be more and more ensnares where that came from. GG is called, and Yo and John take the series 2-1. Two to one.
Step into the stadium.
Yo and John. Fab. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. And that is going to progress this tournament nicely. Was rooting for Dark and Reaver, but in the end, Yo and John pull it off. The game one was very clean. And it looks like the mass strategy, just certain things weren't going the way. I think Dark losing that early hero definitely played the most massive role ever. He could have been level 2.5, almost level 3. He had good creeping speed. I don't know why it's always telling me this. It's always telling me that I'm submitting the wrong winner. And it's like, dude, it's not the wrong winner. But that means that Yo and John gonna go versus Law Liat Soen. Going to be a bit crazy. Yeah, Yo has, and he is very good at it, for sure. He was definitely making things work. So that's nice. Sheik Bazaar possibly going to play Thursday, I believe. It's going to be Sheik Bazaar versus Seiso and Jens. And then the winner of that match will go versus Starbuck and Pato. Law Liat Soen versus Yo and John. And Friday, we may have ourselves Sak Chimiku versus Focus and Moon. And that one ought to be pretty good as well. Not going to lie to you. And I got to check out a couple maps here. Pardon me. You might hear some noises in the background. Possibly. Thank you, Fab. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to end this exit game. I just got to check a couple of things here. Since the patch, I've had difficulties with some of the maps that I wanted to load, including Fell Pit for some reason. Not really sure why. Some of the replays aren't working, and I'm, trying to make it work. But we're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and then we're gonna go back to 1v1s, guys. Sorry for those of you who love the 2v2 game. I'm a huge fan of 2v2 myself, but we've got Sock and Moon duking it out, and I think those matches are gonna be pretty good. But congrats to Yo and John, much deserved win. Reaver and Dark are gonna get completely knocked out. And you know what else? I want to change from... I hate Advanced Observer mode, by the way. I don't know which of you think that it's awesome. I don't like it, not one bit. And I'm working on a new overlay for observers. That will be a little bit more user-friendly, B, display the information in a way that makes more sense and gives more information for those that love and enjoy the game and are like a little bit higher caliber. I'm not trying to be rude, but like the observer layout just doesn't really do it for me. And advanced observer mode for me is just it's grotesque. I'm not a fan at all. And I gotta get this up. State. Unexpected error. Okay. Seems legit. There we go. Fix that. Fix that. See if we end up with this here. Just give me 1 minute, guys, and we'll get into this. It's going to be Sock versus Moon. And we will go 1 minute break, and we'll come and get into map number 1. It's going to be a play all 5, best of 5. All right, we're gonna put the Twitch cam up, man. Okay? We're gonna put the camera up. And you know what? We're gonna block this out for you guys. And we're gonna get into match number 1. In the bottom left, it is Moon. And take some notes, you 1 versus 1ers. Because he's gonna go straight into this Merc Camp creep. And on scrimmage, it's really not possible to do anything about this. They're just gonna get it. But in return, as a human player, if you really wanted to, direct expansion is possible. But with the alter location, it's looking like he might even play 1 base, which I don't think Moon would expect. We'll just have to see. And I'll repost up the bracket for you guys. See how things are progressing, but definitely looking forward to Sock Chimiku versus Focus Moon. I have to say, man, Focus Moon were looking incredibly sharp. I did not expect, and look at this. We get a special treat. It's gonna be a Mountain King first. You love to see it. And the ye old standard Demon Hunter.
A player's forces are under attack.
Here we go. Which means, Sag, we're not gonna see any, we're probably not gonna see any steam tanks, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry to let you down. The 3rd farm is started, and of course it would be, and I was almost expecting a forward expansion here. And I think he's gonna militia this. And then creep this, and then creep this. That's what I would suspect, but don't you think this gives the Night Elf a little too much time to adapt? I don't like it, Sock. But hey, one thing I do like about Sock is he's not afraid to try new things and do different things and see if things work, etc. And maybe he knows that Moon wants to creep passively. But this creep route could line up formidably with Sock's expansion attempt. And Sock's such a good player when it comes to the footman harass. I'm not positive about attacking this random Moonwell. I mean, I would like... Yeah, okay, there we go. Unfortunate. Gets ensnared. And the demon going to start working his way across the map. Maybe he thought this would be the expansion spot. A nice ward here also is going to show him what's coming. And he's not going to waste time with the green camp. He's going to go straight in and look at the change of direction of Moon. He instantly knows the Wisp sees all. And he's going to go deep here. Sock taking a little too much damage on the MK, but it's not the end of the world. A Wisp Deado to take out mana, I guess, is possible. But I don't see it as being, yeah, that's an easy surround. You got to take what you can get here. And he's going to go in deep and run this footman out. No. He's going to get a footman and a worker, and he's going to escape. Holy cow, that's not what you want. The Tree of Life goes down. The Burzy is added to the fold. And Sock going to limp in. He rang a bunch of militia to deal with this. So he'll clear it. But not ideal at all. I actually half expected to see a TP cell there. I'll be honest with you. So I'm wrong more than once. Keeper of the Grove. I love the creative plays, man. I actually like seeing Keeper of the Grove. I like seeing Tavern hires. I like Panda. I like Beastmaster. I like the creative, cool plays that they pull off with stuff like that.
A player's
I love watching Warden. I hate playing against Warden. Let me be very clear. And now there's a problem as the 3 Archer Berserker are going to come in here and start cleaning up workers. And look at Moon blocking the MK every step of the way, delaying the defense. And he's got to go for the Burzy, of course. And a footman going to go down instantly. And a second footman going to be forced back. The Berserker escaping. Dude, Moon. The perfect hide, level 3, but what does it mean when you have no mana? It means literally nothing. And, ooh, unfortunate that he still had this second ward here. And even blocks in the archer. Okay, so a consolation prize. That's very nice pick-offs by Sock there. The old 4-farm Expo build. Level 2 Demon Hunter running around without a prayer. AOW, Shadow Priest getting ready to pull this camp and start creeping. Tree of Life also moving into position. Counter Expo could be unthwarted, but it looks like Sock is going to get ready to go across the map and harass this, and he might... His timing here might be crisp.
Under attack.
Tier 2, still a ways off for Moon. So no second hero support going to come in. And it's even going to cost him a Wisp with no Deado. And look at how he keeps repositioning here. Another Wisp getting in position. He could have killed it, but I think he knows killing that Wisp actually cost him from stealing this. Now I'll pick up the Shadow Priest. Oh, okay. Okay, he'll pick it off anyway. I think maybe he thought that that was Moon's Shadow Priest. I don't know. But he stole the last hit anyways. Very nice. Tree of Life gonna go down. AP gonna eat a tree. Or Ancient of War gonna eat a tree. Tech underway for Sock now. Not terrible timing. Don't like the Arcane Vault positioning, but he's gonna probably go for a wall off with the Blacksmith here. I feel abnormally close right now. Needs a Footman to deny the XP. He's got his boots. Oh, he's gonna creep and even Shredder higher. And uh-oh, this might end up being a TP out to save the Shredder, but Moon doesn't see it. Oh my God, this is fantastic. Fantastic for Sock, and now Moon all of a sudden coming back. Had something he was searching for. The Sobi mask. Moon jacks it. And there's the TP out. 2 footmen, 3 footmen. And the creep goes to Moon. What a play by Moon. Double Lures is up. Naga is out. And Zeppelin is hired. And he's salving, but it's going to get canceled instantly. And he can't get into his own base. What? No, he can. What's going on? Well, that was costly. He's going to have to run him again. Run it back. He's going to go drop into the main. All he has to do is patrol with these footmen and stay on it. It's an open base build. Scout tower not done yet. Frantically speed building again. Cancels the clarity again on the MK. Pre-militiaing to defend. Needs the towers to come up. Oh, this is so annoying. Double militia kill already. Now he's going to head back down to the expo, possibly. Needs to protect this tower. Now Arcane's up. That's nice. Guard tower too. Needs an Arcane and a guard here. The guard's gonna finish just in time. Decides not to go to the expansion location. Yang Fang, how you doing, brother? Hazy is cool, right? Yeah, Hazy like, yeah, man. Was it you or someone else who did all the Hazy matchups?
A player's forces are under attack.
Hazy versus everyone. It was pretty cool. And I think for such a young player, man, and being, I think, decently new on the scene, right? I think he's got a lot. He's got a lot. And look at this, tier 2. Moon's going to see what's going on here. It's going to be Griffin Aviaries. And I love the fake here. Keeping the MK back at home while he's... And that's a funny thing, right? The mind games here. Just be careful. Level 2. Gets a flute. Good job. Good job, Moon. Holy cow. Double Moonwell coming up at the expo. He's fully saturated. And I love the movements on this Zeppelin. Just like trying to fake him out. And it's keeping Sock back at home.
Are under attack.
It's keeping him not creeping. But that's not the problem, right? The problem is the upgrades should already be pumping. We should already start to see an attack and a defense on the Dryads starting here. He's 45 out of 50 supply. He'll stay under 50 and get those upgrades pumping.
And one Dragon
player's
Hawk
forces
out.
are under
He
attack.
needs triple Aviary, and he's got one coming up there, so that makes sense. And he needs to start researching attack and defense now. Ideally, he gets to 2-1-3-1 before hitting T3. That's not going to happen, but he might be 1-1.
Town is under siege.
Level 4 gets Aura, swaps a bunch of items, and boy, that Naga is yoked. Even kills off one to
A
stay.
player's forces are under attack.
He's gonna pop out some more. I wonder if he's gonna end up getting some wins here. One Lonely Hawk heads straight across the map. And an AP comes up. That's gonna be good. The Shredder already in position, so that's good as well. Flaws of attack, not the best. Demon gonna come in here to engage. Only level 1 on this Archmage. And Sock's gonna back out instantly. He's not ready to fight. He's gonna pick off that pesky Zeppelin. No! It lasts.
Player's
And this
forces
is the
are
thing
under
about Moon with Dryads, man. He catches so much. He's so good at it. Naga gonna creep up. The last bit of that camp is gonna get cleaned up. And there's a workshop as well. Double guard, single arcane, both base. Shredder's there. And both reds going to Moon is a really big deal. And I think he's utilized the best with his time. Sock's sitting under 50 food still. He's gonna bank for a while. And hopefully it doesn't come to bite him, because the timing of the expo for Moon was very good. And Moon banking as well on 48. And there's the 1-1 upgrades we were talking about on those Dryads. And the 1-1 upgrades on the Hawks. Wellspring being researched. And the 2-1, like I said. And as soon as this timing comes in, the Hawks should be hitting along with him pumping. So I would say as soon as this gets about halfway done, we'll see him start dumping to 70 pop. And there you go. Look, he's starting to break now. It's almost halfway. And now he's going to add maybe some mortars to deal with the Dryads to the mix. It makes it complicated to engage as the human player. And sometimes you'll even see a Alchemist third, but it's going to be Paladin. And Panda third is always the play to counter the strategy. You're going to go AoE, and you're going to have to start stocking up on heal scrolls now. One already purchased. One going to come in. Demon Hunter wants to steal, and he does. The Invuln and the heal scroll. That's a big deal. Keeping it away from Sock and make his next fights all the better. The burns going off without any serious repercussion. I'd like to see a militia call for this camp. And even getting out a couple early Griffins to deal with the heroes. A bolt from downtown, and that's going to force this demon back. Not going to come in with the staff, maybe, just to heal him up. I'm not positive. Sock going to finish out this camp now. And the third base for Moon already completing. More upgrades pumping. Second mortar team out. And those Griffins really going to help force those heroes back. They can't attack the Dryads at all. And now 2-1 is going to be researched. It's about halfway done. And like I said, the Hawks and the breaking 2-1 is coming in perfect timing for him to take this engage. And Moon looks like he's ready to fight as well. He's not ready to give up his other expansion. Demon from behind with the burn gets bolted to the face. And a staff out. No, he's going to use the Invuln and continue to fight. And instead, it's Sock who's going to TP. He needs to save the Paladin. Barely gets out alive. And an instant scroll regen running. Had like 2 HP.
A player's forces are under attack.
Moon, a creeping machine. Gonna be 2-2 with these Dryads here any second now. Or 2-1. And there it is. 2-1 indeed. I love the militia call hanging out here. Moon gonna come deal with this, and now the map virtually all crept out, and Sock just doesn't have the hero levels, which means he really needs the heal scrolls and the macro to win. Moon in position here. And level 3 on the Panda is a really big deal. Needs to play back the Naga, and does. This is level 3 here. Oh no, the Naga absorbed 4 of those kills. But hey, Moon, a master at what he does. I love that he caught this tower back here. Hilarious. Sock getting ready for a fight. Moon has a ward here, so he's gonna see exactly how he wants to engage, if at all, and he's already well underway. And the mortars, that's what makes this amazing, and I love the Zeppelin play to save him! And there isn't gonna be any saving this. He's gonna start attacking. I thought he was gonna focus fire, but he wants to focus fire. Look at the Dryads melting in the background now. And he has the Zeppelin for the play. Needs the Holy Light now. And the Dryads are great at engaging, but they're not great at killing. No Holy Light comes off. No Zeppelin play there. Focused on the battle. Paladin gonna die to a right click. Sock even bringing the Shredder. Panda completely out of mana, has a potion, gonna use it. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, but has to be careful. The TP gonna need to be used, but a lucky bash. And an invuln on the MK. No staffs being used here. Naga with a huge fork. Paladin needs to be careful, but he has the Zeppelin, and oh my god, how did Sock win this fight? Balls of steel, and that demon almost went down. He comes back now, half health, half mana, but there's no rejuves available. And he's forcing out all the heroes. The mana burn down on a Dragon Hawk. 1 Griff, 1 Hawk, and a Dream. This is the old 1-1-1 build. Look at this. 1 Zeppelin, 1 Mortar, 1 Griff, 1 Hawk. And so important to take this out. The expansion more than paid for itself now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Mass Deados come in. That demon at 5.4 is getting very, very scary. It would be great if Sock would have had a vault here. He could even start expoing. Putting the pressure on. Good God, the fork lightning. Needs to staff. Gets it just in time. And he can clean up these towers if he wanted to. Scout Wisp at the north location. He knows that it's just 2-base, 2-base. Every bit of XP. This is going to be 5.5 potentially. No, not quite. Drops a ward, does Moon. He's going to keep an eye out. And these Hawks still only 2-1. 70 supply. Moon on 75. And it's a tough army to beat, especially this Panda. 5 XP off of level 4.
Player's forces are under attack.
And he's going to clean this up. One of the last creeps left on the map. Moon with the mana burn from across the map. And Sock looking a little sluggish here. Needs to get a good engage. Needs to understand where to go. Sorry, getting texted by a player here. Trying to set up a little something, something. And Sock nukes his own Mountain King. Mountain King just a little bit off level 5, but if he keeps losing that mana, it's not going to mean a whole lot. Another Tree of Life going down in the south position. And what a map number 1. 20 minutes in to scrimmage now. And he's definitely going to run a Clarity here. Probably Holy Light with the Paladin. I think he needs to run a Clarity with the Paladin as well. And just go ahead and Holy Light that MK now. Loads up the 4 mortars. Note to self, 4 mortars and a Zepparino. This is going to be very nice. Here comes Moon pushing in. Sock fighting for position in this nice little pocket here. And Moon decides it's time. Anti-magic shell on the demon. But level 5 paladin double level up here for Sock. Huge fork lightning goes off. And the Hawks want to get these good connections. He's aiming for the Naga instead. There's only one staff. Wants to hand off a potion. Doesn't have it. Paladin needs to be careful. Demon way in the back line. Now it's the Dryads on the menu, and the mortars are pummeling away. Level 4 Archmage now, getting Aura level 2. A bear gets melted, and that's going to be another cancel. Has to be careful, needs to staff out this panda. Staff him out, staff him out. Staff it, why are you running all the way back? Now he can bolt the Naga. Oh my god, no. No mana. And he's just going to have to take out this Tree of Life as a consolation prize. And he needs to run some regen, collect himself again, and get ready for his next move. So far, just surviving isn't enough, but it does seem after the fights that Sock's heroes are getting levels at an increased volume than Moon's heroes are getting levels, meaning he's trading way more efficiently. And that is something to keep in mind. And now Moon moving across the map. 3-2, and I gotta be honest, man, having these kind of upgrades is amazing. And Sock has not put any additional resources into upgrades. He's banking now on 80 food. I wouldn't be shocked to see him, oh wow, 4 mortar teams slipping by at the north of the map, and I can't tell if this was a miss micro or not. What is this? One Dryad heading back? And he's gonna start plugging away at some Moonwells. And Moon has to respond to this. Oh my god. And this is the dream now! Sock catches Moon's Naga! And now it's the demon by himself, gonna have to bolt dodge with an invuln. And TP's out instead. Not worth losing that level 5 demon hunter, that's for sure.
The town is under siege.
The mains are mined out. 3,200 gold. Oh, and it looks like he actually picked and killed 3 of the 4 mortars. 3,000 gold for Moon, 2,000 for Sock. And with the Naga dead, he has a great engage here. If he wants it, but he really needs those other mortars. Look at the amount of Dryads. Bolt to the face on the demon. Gonna have to use the invuln early. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire paying off. Heal scroll used already. No more heal scrolls left on Sock's side of the map. And the demon coming out of this invuln has to get staffed by the panda. And I don't think this is going Sock's way. Has to staff out again. Needs to be careful with the paladin. Trying to zone, get himself some space over the water. It's the best he can hope for now. Militia got called, but the boys need to go back and they freeze. This is something that just happens. This is like new patch detail. I hate it. Fix your stuff, Warcraft, please. Panda getting dangerously close to level 5 now. I'm gonna have to turn on a fan. It's getting hot in here. And now the Tree of Eternity moves to the south position. If he takes a fight here, this could be very bad for Moon. 72 supply for Sock. 71 for Moon. But I have to say, the engages have been favoring Sock, with exception of that last engage. It's true. Manning up, getting ready. He knows he has to defend this Tree of Eternity, and so far, the other 2 times it was a Tree of Life. This engage situation did not work for Moon. Of course, he wasn't 3-2 in either one of those engages, so it'll be interesting to see. Level 6 Demon Hunter, a little prematurely used. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but now Sock definitely just needs to run out the timing on Metamorphosis. That surely was a misclick, right, guys? No one actually does that. Sock gonna run into his towers and he's gonna chill. And Metamorphosis completely wasted by Moon there.
The town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Game on a knife's edge. Gonna have to be careful. Triple mortar on the Tree of Eternity. He can make himself a pocket like right here would be nice. Another more added. 78.
Forces are under attack.
The boys are cold. Let's go, boys. It's time. It's our time to shine. Dryad goes down instantly. Huge fork lightning, but a bolt off on the Naga seems to be the target of choice now. Naga gonna use a heal scroll to save. Huge bird going off the MK, no mana left. And Naga decides he doesn't like it. Moon's gonna TP out. But where is he gonna TP to? Back to the Tree of Eternity, just a few steps back. And now the militia timing coming in clutch. Gonna be a nice little bit of a meat shield here. The mortars get unloaded. And he's at big risk of this tree falling. Huge bash lands on the demon. Lots of damage going down here. Needs to be careful. Rejuvenation cast on the Naga. Demon back against the wall. And he's gonna have to use an invuln here. He's getting chased down. One bolt and it's too much if he steps too far forward. Now it's the Dryads on the menu. The huge splash damage. Heal scroll used and it's bolt from downtown. Kills the level 5 demon. No dodge with the invuln at a Moon. A crucial mistake. Level 5 Panda. Fork lightning goes off. Heal scroll used by Sock. Now it's the Panda who's at stake here. All the Dryads are melting. 6-5-4 now for Sock. And the Tree of Eternity is gonna go down, and I think that might be it. What micro plays out of Sock? He can stab things back if he wants to, but now the tech is gone. There's only one mining base, only 300 gold left. And he hires the level 6 demon back, but he's gonna have to go lick his wounds. And Moon has no gold. And double Dryad going. I like the idea of at least 1 or 2 bears just for the rejuvenation.
Under attack.
But Sock can just chill. And oh my god, there's another Tree of Life at the north, and I don't know if Sock has seen it yet. 61 supply to Sock to the 46 of Moon. And Sock has been winning battles on even and less supply, so it's not looking good. Archmage way out front. Huge bolt on the Panda. Gonna get out 2 abilities and needs to be staffed, but staffed to the Tree of Life that's right next to him. There's no mana potion on the MK, but an invuln only. The mortars are pummeling from downtown. Level 6 demon never looked so weak at this point. And there's no metamorphosis either. Needs it soon. If he's gonna use it or not, he'd rather use the mana burn. Another staff out on the grip. The efficiency of Sock is out of control. And the demon, 15 HP, gets staffed out, but to where?
The town is under siege.
He staffed to the rooted Tree of Life. That was lucky. And MK is looking for the bolt. 5 more mana. 4, 3. Here we go. Who's gonna get it? Naga down, and I think that's gonna be GG, and Sock with an amazing win. 30 minutes deep into scrimmage. GG is called.
The town is under siege.
A very good game. Sock gonna go up. 1-0 versus Moon. And the next game gonna be played on Fell Pit. Let's get going. And we've got Warden play out of Moon.
A player's forces are under attack.
Moon with the pre-pull on the Ancient of War. And usually this one builds an Ancient of War as well. A little bit later for the double pull. All about getting that Warden level 3. And an MK is a build order counter. And I think it interesting that Moon actually decided to go Warden after Sock just got done playing MK Expo. And this camp is going to be crazy. This Tormentor is really tough. And this Sorcerer has Sleep, Chaotic Damage, and I think even Finger of Death, potentially. Warden gonna come straight across the map. Needs a kill. Hasn't selected an ability yet. Now it's gonna be Fan of Knives. He wants a steal. Needs to run. Doesn't get it. And a TP out. And what a start for Sock here. Ring of Regen on top of everything else. It's absolutely amazing. Whoa. Something unplugged. And I don't know what.
A player's forces are under attack.
That's a little concerning. I feel like one of my monitors is struggling. I might need to check on that eventually. Gets a bolt. And locks in another surround. Oh my god, it was open. Sock had it. And he even has one more in the chamber. Needs to buy boots. Buys dust. Sells TP. Buy boots. Buy boots. Buy boots. It doesn't get it in time. And spreading out the workers a little bit. This is going to be for sure a double kill. But now Sock has a bolt. And he's only level 1. He's not going to use it yet. He wants to make sure he can lock the surround. Man, the agility hero's fast, huh? It is what it is. Creeping from behind, needs to make sure not to deny XP. $1.7 for the Warden now. Runs right into it. Has a staff though now too. Boots purchased, and now Moon can really commit. And he's gonna get 2 more workers out of this, which is great. But the Expo gonna come up. There's one.
Town is under siege.
Footman scouting in the base, sees the tech timing. He's gonna run up here. He knows what's going on. We're gonna staff in and grab that circlet. That brings her up to level 2.3. Mountain King also needing level 3. Buys himself a staff of teleportation as well. And the tech timing in about another moon. No pun intended.
Forces are under attack.
Needs to resaturate this gold mine. And now Warden just wants 3. Sock gonna take out this AOW. It could be a nice little pick off. Not only that, it's gonna slow the Warden down a little bit. And here she comes. She wants these tasty, tasty footmen. Blink fan already selected. No more shots for bolt surrounds. Sock's probably gonna take the archers. The dust is used. Huge fan of knives. Level 3 now, and this is a disaster. Watch these footmen. Watch this health. From 100%. Watch, he's gonna use it in 3. There you go. Boom. Forcing all these footmen back. until there's nothing left to deal with but the MK. MK still only level 2 and probably needs some militia from behind. Tech timing for Sock was crisp. Needs a lumber mill. Definitely gonna have to get a shredder and a zeppelin at some point. And now it's the MK running for his life.
A player's forces are under attack.
Nice bashes. Warden looking pretty strong, but honestly, it's on the wrong side of the map. And now Tinker Pocket Factory harass. Sock gonna staff back. Moon gonna staff forward. And now the expansion harass is on in full force. Locking himself in here a little bit. That helps Sock out. Beautiful micro play here by Moon. Mass speed build coming in for Sock. Could lock her in. Gets canceled. Uh-oh. Needs a lucky bash. As a region, could use it. Tinker could get surrounded and killed here, actually, if he really wanted to. But he did focus down the Pocket Factory and the Archers, and I think that's the right call. Doesn't use it. Sock could even run the Clarity. He's gonna have a bolt soon.
A player's forces are under attack.
Archers get forced back. Tinker still has a bit to go. And he's gonna chase down one more Archer. Beautiful plays. Oh, needs the pro block and gets it. Has enough in 10 mana for the Stormbolt.
Town is under siege. Players' forces are under attack.
Sock finds the other AOW. Alchemist second. I like it. I'm gonna try and attempt to cancel out that pesky fan of knives.
Players' forces are under attack.
And it looks like it's still going to be Hawk play.
The players' forces are under attack.
Very good item, the Mana Stone pickup for the Tinker, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him respec into rockets at level 3. And it's kind of a mistake to only have one Arcane in the main. I think if Moon knew this, he'd already be there. Counter Expo is up. MK, 10 minutes into the game. Still not level 3. And while creeping this, I would just play the Alchemist back and let the MK just get, you know, that 0.1 level. Cancel this one more time and then staff out, I suppose. Wisp dodge on the Stormbolt.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
And here comes the Warden, and this timing at a Moon is perfect. Oh, all these footmen are just tomes of XP now. Even the Alchemist's gonna need to be careful, running the wrong way, and he doesn't have boots. Whoa, did you see that? There was a blink cancel. That was wild. I don't think I've ever seen that before. without a storm bolt or something hitting him.
Is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
And Sock totally comfortable here. I'd be freaking out. Level 3 finally for the MK. And a quadruple deado on the Wisps. But everything back home is at stake. No mana left on the Tinker. Burning Moon's Warden now. The Dryads are backing.
A player's forces are under attack. A town
He's gonna
is
kill
under
this,
siege.
huh? No way. No way! Oh my god. Suck, what a god. Warden with no mana. Still being pesky. T3 on the way now for Sock. Alchemist is back. Has never got to mine out of this base yet. 10 gold mined.
Is under siege. A player's force.
Warden heading across map. Gonna sack the Expo. And this Warden might get level 5 out of this. Sock doing his best to micro. Another fan should come off in 3, 2. No? Not worth it. Wants to save it, I suppose, for the Expo, but now the expansion is gone. Denied mining time, also a big deal. And he almost got it. Now he'll run to the Expo. MK back to try and respond. No mana, no problems. Nyeh.
A player's forces are under attack.
Dodges the bolt with the blink. To be expected from a player like Moon. And now he's just like, I can do this all day. You like laming? I like laming. Needed 3 towers. Needed an arcane double guard. That's what he needed. And he got greedy and he's paying for it.
Forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
The upgrades for Moon are not there.
Players' forces are under
And the
attack.
upgrades for Sock are coming along quite nicely. This is a big deal that you have to be careful of.
Town is under siege.
One hawk goes down. That's a bit
Players'
unfortunate.
forces are under attack.
But oh my god, it's a peasant graveyard. Level 5 now. Not the quickest level 5 warden you've ever seen, but level 5 nonetheless. And that level 3 fan of knives going to be very difficult to deal with. There's gonna have to be a lot of heal scrolls. And I would love to see the Stinker retrain into rockets, but that's just me. Maybe one more harass on the expo with a pocket factory and a warden staff back in combined. Could be very nice.
A town is under siege.
To grab all that juicy mana. And he does on his way out the door. He lets the front wells tick and staff maybe... Ooh. Nice connection there. Even picks up some gauntlets. And look, non-stop. Pocket Factory, very difficult to deal with, but I don't like the route that these guys are traveling. Very inconvenient and can't get through the wall off. This is actually perfect for Sock. Ring of Protection +5 on the Alchemist is just what the doctor ordered. And the Dryad's moving to the main. Gonna get intercepted here. That's a big deal. Oh, a staff in. This MK is gonna be struggling. And he even needs to use that wand of mana stealing. The large invuln use. And there's the rockets. And the mana siphon proving itself very useful. No heal scroll though. Level 5 Tinker needs to be careful. There's a bolt in the chamber. Staff out for the dodge. And now it's the Warden that needs to be careful. No mana for Blink. And another bolt's ready. Will he use it? No. Tree of Life is up. And Sock is on the warpath. Gonna take care of the Entangled first. Denies mining time. Wow, 12,420 in this mine. That is incredible. It's been one expo versus no expos, even though the Tree of Life has been there forever.
A town is under siege.
Hawks are gonna play the tree line. Can be so annoying to deal with here. And uh-oh, gets caught. A little bit of a miss micro by Moon. Gives Hawk a chance to escape and gets one Hawk.
A player's forces are under attack.
Warden signaling he wants to assault into the main. Still not 3 towers. It's a crying shame. Guard towers also counter Dryads very effectively. Looked like he was going to go for some cheeky hiding there, but didn't work. Huge fan of knives, but at the risk of a bolt gets staffed out. And oh my god, this entangled gold mine just cannot catch a break, huh? Beautiful heal waves coming in from the Alchemist. Gonna pop one more down for sure.
Player's forces are under attack.
Oh boy.
Town is under siege.
One more shop is a big deal. Double wind, but for what? Not a single crow in sight. Gonna go check this other expo location. Gonna find nothing though. Moon really struggling to keep it together here. Heal scroll used on Sock's side. And now it's Dryads for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 2-1 to 1-1. And the hero levels for Sock are pretty good. Level 5 Warden or not, no mana potion on him. Just be careful of the Alchemist. And that's it. Sock takes map number 2. But fear not. Because Moon's full of it,
Step
right?
into the stadium.
Looky, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Map number 3, gonna get into Autumn Leaves, guys. And, yeah, I mean, what can you say about Autumn Leaves? Other than, you know, I hope that, Sock plays some other variety of strategies. Although, it might cost him the game, right? It's been known to. He has something tried and true that's working. So I wonder if he veers away from that. Sock isn't afraid to do that. But let's go ahead and get into Autumn Leaves. Map number 3, Sock versus Moon. Let's go.
Players' forces are under.
And in the top right corner, Archmage first this time. Last 2 games have been MK. Maybe he feels it's time to change it up. It's Sock, and he's going for the greedy 1-base camp. He's going to creep this and do kind of a fast level 3. He might go into green. And then into this. He could Expo, but that's not as strong on this map. He might be trying some 1-base shenanigans. We'll have to see. Moon, not going to trouble himself with such privy things. He's going to go ahead and go down and creep his level 2 and get double item. Level 2 achieved. Not ideal items, but it's okay. And Circlet purchased. TP sold. Dust purchased. Gloves, not the best item once again. Pesky Frostwolf doesn't want to help out. Gonna attack a footman. That's not good. Loves a haste for Sock as well. Not ideal. Looking for the Deado and gets it. That's terrible. 2.5 now on the Demon Hunter. It's a 3 farm tech out of Sock. Needs to watch it. Immolation Evasion, the choice. Okay. So it's gonna grant him a little bit of space. And these militia are meant to creep this and give him a nice tasty level 3. And we'll see. He needs to zone. This Demon Hunter already a little bit busted, which is nice. And still careful with the Archmage. Militia need to be careful. They're going to start running out soon. And now the Merc Hire comes. Pulls the camp with the Archer. Hire from behind. The Berserker Shadow Priest on their way. And they get out. Easy peasy. Demon Hunter coming in now, and he thinks he's going to prevent an Expo, maybe. I don't think he scouted the main. And this is actually amazing. I would love to see... Moon!
A player's forces are under attack.
Where is the tech? I know that he hired the Mercs early, And maybe he thought it was Expo play. He's going to put... But that delayed his tech a lot. And I think he thought he was against Expo. Footman going to come back here and find this Wisp. Archmage level 3. Absolutely yoked.
Are under attack.
Absolutely yoked inventory here. Baby husband, thank you for the follow. Hunter Saul is going to come up, and I think it was a bit of a fake out here from Sock, and he's going to come in now, level 3. 4 Footman is going to be very strong. Without defend, though, I think these are just going to feed this Demon Hunter 2.9. 1 Footman goes down, and he's going to secure himself a healthy level 3. The tech now delayed is a big deal, and so is if the Shadow Priest goes down. Not very efficient use of Moon Juice. Wants to save it anyway. Archmage running deep. Has boots. Ring around the Rosie. Needs to be careful of the double dispel. More Moon Juice being used. And doesn't Deado still. Footman running around. Immolation evasion, not the choice. What's the third ability? And he needs to get rid of some of this mana. Second water elemental out now. Berserker, and now all the Moon Juice is gone. And that is great for Sock. Still one more water elemental in the chamber, ready to go. He can run around and get it. Boots of speed. Needs to be careful. And see, this would normally, the Naga would already be here. Naga a good 40, 45 seconds late. It's a massive ordeal. This push would already be at an end. But now he's going to pick up the Berserker. Amazing play here by Sock. Buying himself so much space. The tech still 14 seconds away. MK is out now. It's a big deal. Shadow Priest needs to be careful. Man, that Moon Juice, it replenishes pretty fast, huh? I'm liking Sock's position here. One more auto. And now Berserker and Shadow Priest are gone. Level 3 on the Demon. Wow, he went from 3 to 3.5 just like that. MK is here. Has no army left. Kind of power leveled that Demon. Demon went from 2.9 at the start all the way to 3.7. Real fast. Every bolt should be a kill here. Yep. Gets it. Not in range of the Moonwell. 1 archer down. Needs to cancel these lures. He sees and confirms it, but he doesn't want to run in. And Moon taking a very defensive position here. He really needed these lore cancels. Could have been detrimental. Straight to T3 now. Footman gonna die. Boom. The first rifle caster is out. Double priest. Double rifle. Third priest on the way. Sock working his way towards 40 food. And I think what we'll see here is 1 bear and adept research. He needs bears to hold this off versus 1 base. Dryads are still to play. Interesting Moon. Very interesting. Needs to bolt this demon. Needs to zone him out. And needs to call the boys. And the boys are coming. Perfect timing here. Can't let it get stolen. And he does. And steals the item. It's a disaster. Health stone and the experience goes to Moon. A bolt. Surround, but militia are gonna expire and looking to replace it with the MK. And he's gonna get away. Pro block with the militia and has to use the health stone. That's good enough. Playful, thank you for the follow. Level 4 demon, level 2 Naga now. And Moon jacked a majority of that camp away from Sock during... This should have been a huge power spike for Sock. And now Moon just gonna creep like a machine. But he's gonna give away a valuable camp to Sock here. Ancient of Wonders completes. T3, 30 seconds away. The bear is queued up. Drew to the claw here. And at this timing
A
pretty
player's
impeccable.
forces are under attack.
As soon as this Druid of the Claw is done, Mastery will start being researched. Dryads coming across the map. No fear of getting sniped yet. Holy cow, Moon likes playing with fire. There's not even a staff on the Naga as of yet, and the Wisp sees what's coming. Has to check out of this camp. And Sock probably going to clean this up very nicely. It's a nice little bit of experience for the MK here. Desperately needs level 3. Dryads pacing, trying to catch rallied units. Super annoying. Moon, one of the best in the game at this. Rejuve gets cast, and now we're 18 seconds away from Mastery form. And Sokka's just content with macroing up here. And 1-1 going to be researched for the rifle. And I find this very interesting. If the bear quantity gets too high, it's very, very bad for a 1A base human. And of course, Moon, one of the best of the game. He's going to know that too. Needs an invuln, needs a heal scroll. Plenty of resources to do both, and he's got both. Needs another heal scroll, though. Needs one more. Need 2. Sock. Heavy on the priest, no sorks. And look at this. Moon gonna have 4 bears. He really needs 6, I'll be honest with you. I know what you're thinking, Sunshine. You're being a little bit nitpicky here, but hey. Quick dispels on the water elementals is very nice, but he's zoning out this demon. The moonwells are going to start to go down, and the boys are going to get called, and this is going to be it. This is Sock's push. The boys are quite late, I'll be honest. 4 bears now. Getting targeted down. Sock breaks to 55 supply. 1 bear falls. 46 to 55. Nice bash out of the MK. Heal scroll used. Not sure how I feel about that. Efficiency not quite there. Second bear gonna go down. Sock losing nothing yet. Just now a rifle. Level 3 Naga. Huge level 2 fork selected. He's gonna come in, and the priests are overextended. Another rifle falls. And this is what I said. What did I say? You need 2. Oh no, Moon. Staff out. Priest falls. Berserker on the menu. MK needs to be careful. Has an invuln. 1 more bear falls. That's the 3rd bear. 3 rifles. 2 priests now down. Finally a sork comes in. And Sock is on the ropes. He knows he needed another heal scroll. Peasants from the top. Not able to do much. And uh-oh, bolt to the face. That's a good one. Staff already on cooldown. That's pretty wild. Needs that Dryad pick. Gets it. Now needs to block this Baron as well. Moon can't really afford to use the staff on this. And he uses it anyway. And what is going on? Sock on 800 supply, only 36 food. It seems like his macro suffered during that push quite a bit. And if it would have been tight, I think the game would be over. More priests, more rifles on the menu, and Moon's moving out. And I don't really know why. He's even gonna creep this. Hey, Moon is straight up crazy, huh? And now he realizes he has to come back. He has to treat this seriously. Ancient of War. Thwarted. Moonwell way up front. 1, 2, 3, 4 bears. That's right, I know how to count. It's amazing. Water Elemental's just giving experience at this point in time. Moon's so good at dispelling. And good at fighting for position. Needs to get that rifle back. Demon gonna AFK on the Archmage. Weird choice. Naga's a little too far forward. Could get bolted, but can't let these bears get into these rifles like this. Another rifle gonna fall. Heal scroll gonna be used. Now the first bear goes down. Now the second bear. Priest is gonna fall. Level 5 Demon Hunter is a problem. And what were these casters doing? And tons of water elemental experience going in too. Now 5-4. Moon's heroes are in a dominating position. MK needs to be careful. Has an invuln and everything is deep red. Sword killed, rifle killed, another rifle, and I think that's gonna be game. I don't think you can come back after that. 5.4 demon now. Rejuve is cast, and he's given plenty of time to get this bear count higher and higher. And he just absolutely shredded Sock there. Once again, one heal scroll short of a full basket. Moon gonna chase down these remaining, and he's even gonna take this water elemental and just so much XP going. Even gonna backdoor it for the mana burn on the Archmage. And what is the solution here? I felt this Sock actually had a very good game in the early, but the boys are called a last-ditch effort. Last-ditch effort here. Okay, needs to be careful. Probably needs to use the invuln. Archmage gonna go down. No way to save him. And I think that's gonna be GG. Moon is gonna pick up map number 3. Nice play by Moon there. He's on the scoreboard. And now aiming for his reverse sweep. We're going to go into Hammerfall. And it's a best of 5. Moon going to have to reverse sweep if he's going to pull it off at all. Hammerfall, known for fast expos out of both players usually in this type of matchup.
Players' forces are under
And we're
attack.
going to get right into
The
it.
town is under siege.
Here we go. And Moon already showing a forward tree position. Oh, taking that much damage on an archer is really not permissible. Now the golem's surrounded. So at least that's good. And look at this. It looks like Sock might go one base
Players'
again.
forces are under attack.
Wow, one base on Hammerfall. Not advisable. The only other option is to put down a 4th farm and creep this, and then you go into this usually. But it delays the expo so much. More militia being called. The expo not placed quite yet. Moon wants to confirm what it is he's up against, and that's what that Wisp is gonna do. Searching for the Deado, and he gets it, but it doesn't kill, and he really needed the XP, so Demon Hunter gonna be prevented from 2.5. Great move there by Sock. Great bit of micro. And now we'll see the 4th farm is started, and he's gonna creep this in the face, and look at the timing here for the Demon is gonna be absolutely perfect. This is a disaster for Sock. He just doesn't know it yet. And he's face tanking this. Demon actually going to take some damage and item creep this.
Are under attack.
Wisp is going to go into position to build a counter expansion potentially. Tech already underway. So very strong one base play out of Moon here. Demon Hunter's broke, busted, and can't be trusted. And that's a fast level 3 Archmage. He comes to check this. No real reason why. He's going to start his push. And what I like to do when you do this build is I like to research defend already. Because if you had researched it while you were creeping, you would actually have it by the time you get here. And then 3 footmen and 1 level 2 demon with empty wells, as you can see. It's super, super strong. And I cannot believe Sock wasted all this time creeping that. Not advisable at all. And now his back is going to be up against the wall. He's playing too defensively. I really think he needs to commit. Huntress Hall in the back here. Footman trying to be annoying. Looks like he's going to go for the greed tech instead. So he'll continue pumping out a couple workers. Uh-oh, a couple workers actually going to fall here. That's disappointing. Left a gap in there, and can he save it? No. He's gonna get it. Need to move into position for a surround. Archmage goes on the offensive. 4 archers here. Careful not to take too much damage. Has boots of speed and dust. Boots of speed on the demon as well. And if the demon has them, you have to have them. Tree of Life finally goes down. Counter Expo in place for Moon. The reverse sweep. That's the goal here. And every map counts.
A player's forces are under attack.
Footman gonna come in. No ring of protection. That's kind of lucky. And Demon getting stuck in back. He also doesn't have any... Oh, Archmage getting forced out. Uh-oh, he stopped moving. Not sure why. That's gonna cost him another 25% of his health. Now these footmen trying to drag this Demon Hunter back into the base, and the militia are called to try and force this out. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oops. A little bit of a misclick there. Run, Sock. Get some help. Demon's super low now, but he's getting everything done that he needs, and the Archmage is going to get forced back again. Has to be careful where he runs off to. He's going to staff out. The shop frantically being made. The Demon... Could you imagine if he would have staffed like to a footman right here and killed the Demon? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Needs to be on the other side of the map. He just can't get there. And the Tree of Life is going to come up. No way to cancel it now. Starting to salve on the Archmage. Only a couple of footmen. And what's up with the tech timing of Sock? Sock, buddy. The tech already 2.5 moons late. Trying to replace some workers. Just now has the lumber. Needs to cancel the worker. Pump them here, yes. Needs that and doesn't get it. One more auto would have been it. Demon forcing this back. Tree of Life is up. Entangled going down. Ancient Allures. Moon's build looking crisp. The game of cat and mouse continues. Archmage running for his life. Blacksmith going down. Need to speed build it fast. Need 2 more on this if it's going to live. Really wants that footman. He's going to get it. Now more workers going to fall here.
Players' forces are under attack.
Demon being in the most pesky position possible.
The town is under siege.
Trying to go for the entangled, and it's not done yet. Should be attacking these wisps, right? Or am I wrong? Or am I right? Or am I wrong? And will he get it too? 1! Holy crap. What a play by Sock. But now has to focus on the main gates. The boys coming in, staffed back by the Archmage. And it's not enough. Archmage gonna run. More militia falling. No, Sock, you can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
A player's forces
More
are
workers falling. Moon is just picking Sock apart. One more water elemental. That's gonna be put to an end as soon as Abolish Magic is done. But it's quite a ways away. Another cancel on the Entangle with just the Water Ellie is amazing. And Sock gonna have to TP here now. Should have maybe denied his Water Ellie. Look how much experience that demon goes up with the Water Ellie! Sock, you absolute maniac. Needs to be careful. It's clarity, but not salving. T2, he's gonna wait for it and buy the potion.
A player's forces are under attack.
There it is. You need that guard tower up to counter the Naga Dryad play. So comfortable without his hero. Anyone else would be here the entire time with his hero.
Is under siege.
And Sock seems to find a way to make best use of his units and time, but
Forces are under attack.
getting these units picked off is horrendous. I have to deny, tried his best. Need to run these in the back. MK out. Ancient of Wonder is gonna fall, so Sock is finding some opportunities here. Moon playing very, very greedy.
A player's
And it's
forces
paying
are
off.
Under attack.
Once you see the demon, you gotta run. And a beautiful staff across the map again. Rejuve gonna be cast on Moon's side. MK solo creeping. Juicy little XP there.
A player's forces
Shouldn't
are
have taken that much damage on the MK, but things happen when you're multitasking. Very close to level 4 on the demon now. Both reds still up for grabs.
A player's forces are under attack.
Nice little item. Wand of Mana Stealing should help. Scroll of the Beast. Absolutely terrible for Moon. Demon gonna move into position for an invuln and a heal scroll.
Player's forces
MK
are
comes around the corner. Could be bad. Be a nice bolt here. And it is. Vice's staff, afraid of the surround. Oh, the bash! Now he has to buy a TP and TP out. Amazing plays here by Sock. Also a little bit lucky.
A player's forces are under attack.
Moon gonna clean up this camp. Sock takes a much more valuable red, and if Sock takes the item, I would just run straight across the map to the red camp. He could have already been here, which means he could jack him. What happened to sappers, man?
Player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Sock moving to pressure. The expansion of Moon. The fast focus fire here on the demon. Fork lightning comes off. There's a lot of human. 5 bears, the lucky number. 6 bears. Remember when I said he needed 6 bears? Well, heal scroll used on Sock's side. He has 2 of them this time, which is great. 1 bear finally going down. Still a getting in deep and still has full mana. Not sure if he was running mana burns on the casters and everything he could, but there's not a lot of mana left to deal with. What a game. What a game. I don't like this AFK into each other's army and then just micro certain units out of the fight. Seems a bit anticlimactic. Oh my God! From downtown. Level 5 on the Archmage now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Slow trap coming in nicely. And just now is the battle starting to resemble something that would end. 2 water elementals, never found anything, and now the scout tower's going up and Sock wants to turn up the pressure. Demon staffs back to the main.
A player's forces are under attack.
Demon needs to be careful. He's on his last leg. There's no mana for the MK. Brilliance only, ticking away.
A player's forces are under
And
attack.
Sock tucking himself in tight here. Level 6 Demon, we haven't seen meta yet. And this expansion gonna go down. Not a lot Moon could do about it. Takes a bolt to the face. Has to be careful of the mana burn. Hopefully it's worth it. Now it's the MK that's out front. He has a potion. He can use it. Could also dodge it with the Naga.
A player's forces are under attack.
And boom goes the dynamite. Needs to window shop for a few more heal scrolls and then go back. Gonna clean up these towers, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Players' forces are under attack.
Moving to the main. The other expo. Already coming up. Tangled gold mine almost complete. After all that, was the juice worth the squeeze? 5-5 for Sock. Invuln heal scroll purchased. Another big bolt. Staff out by Naga, why not? It'll be done by the time you get home. And sit down. And boy, that is a lot of bears. With no blizzard. Archmage being patient now. Level 3 Brilliance Aura. MK needs to be careful of position as well. Invuln. To a Stormbolt. To a Staff. Demon gonna come back in. Level 6 now. Naga needs to be careful. Goes down. But if he's not careful, it's the MK who will fall. And he's gonna get him. So savage. Moon takes out the MK, and Metamorphosis is struck. And a TP out, but at what cost? 50 food left and a lot of workers. Only 300 gold remaining. And Sock GG's out. Moon takes map number 4, tying this series up 2-2, working on his reverse sweep. And the 5th and final game for the series of the best of 5 is going to be Sunhoof Mesa. And I had problems with this map before, so hopefully it loads. And it does. Lucky us, huh? Lucky us, right, guys? Am I right, or am I right, or am I right, or am I right, or am I right? Sunhoof Mesa, not a map we're used to seeing. We'll get straight into this bad boy. And if Moon wins this, it's the reverse sweep. Sock started so strong, hanging on by a thread. He needs to find his feng shui. Let's get into it. And it's an Archmage again, and he went 2-0 with the MK, and it's funny that I made that prediction. There's a chance he doesn't go MK again. He likes working on different things, but it might cost him this. Heal ward goes down. Need to be careful of that militia. And one militia down, and the Deado is real. That brings 1.9 up to the Demon Hunter, threading across the map now. Level 2 on the Archmage, a beautiful item with the Robe of the Magi. And now it's the Medicine Man, but he needs to send back these busted militia. It's going to cost him 3 workers and the last hit, potentially, but no. But the Claws of Attack on the Demon going to come into full effect here. He's taking a lot of damage, trying to block, needs to block with that, doesn't get it. Sock could have done a little bit better of a job there. +6, very nice indeed. Gonna go straight back into creeping and auto this demon, keep zoning him out. That's the plan. And it's a 3-farm tech. I don't like the delayed expos that humans do. I think it gives Night Elf too much time. The attack of Moon. Cool, calm, and crisp.
A player's forces are under attack.
Almost level 3. I like this, man. Look at this. Look at this map. So pretty, right? Got our little totem there. Some spears. Just visually pleasing map, huh? Get some thunder lizards, some ogre magis, a little bit of creep adjustment here. I got a vulture flying
Player's
around.
forces are under attack.
Demon coming in hot with the boots. The tech is underway. It's a little later than you'd like to see. I like the militia from behind, even microing, making sure not to lose anything. This is going to be level 3, and Archmage heading straight for the base has dust, boots, circlet. He's absolutely yoked. Plus 13. And the wisps are pulled. They want a deado instantly. They want to make connection on everything. Huge cancel on the Moonwell is great for Sock here. And here comes the Demon Hunter back to defend. Militia back to work.
Player's
Needs some
forces
farms.
are under
Needs to
attack.
start macroing. I'm sure rifles are the play. He can even cancel the Huntress Hall with the water LA if you really want to. For now, attacking more and more of the archers. Moonwell's getting dried up. Ring around the rosy. Demon loses the Archmage. Archmage is going to come in for a couple more autos now. 2 footmen break off to be pesky. We'll see where they go off to. Needs to deny. Doesn't get it. Demon Hunter level 2.4. And oh my god, this is actually power leveling the demon. It's not good at all. And with 5 archers, you need defend. Doesn't matter if your plan is to go rifles or not. And he might double sanctum. Very strange.
A player's forces are
I
under
don't think
attack.
that can work because I don't think you have enough damage. But he could prove me wrong. Even if you were going to do that, you have to save like every single footman. This footman going to try and find his way back as well. Running around like a crazy man with the Archmage. Moonwell comes up, instantly drained. And I think this whole push is now thwarted. 6 minutes into the game. T2 accomplished here. Naga out on the field. What's the hire from Sock? Will he go Fire Lord? He wants to go back in for the cancel. And he's gonna get it, but it's not a super influential cancel here.
Player's forces are under attack.
Has to be careful. The demon in the base and all of the XP. Tries to wall it off, but to no avail. Footman trying to hide. Naga's gonna find all of them. 1. Oh boy, this is a disaster for Sock. And now he has no footman. He has no damage. He's going MK. He picks up the Naga. That's nice, but I still don't think that's worth all the militia he lost. He's delaying the lures a lot, so that is nice. Pig gonna come give him a little smooch. Little smooch. Yeah, scout tower gonna be built
Player's
out
forces
here.
are under attack.
Bolts him, prevents the Zeppelin play, and this is a nightmare. Doesn't have the damage to thwart this off. Archmage is a little busted. Should have pulled these into it. Needs to go back in for another lore canceled. Naga's back now. And the demon is wrecking havoc in the main of Sock.
The town is under siege.
Oh my goodness. Another worker down. You can do this all day.
Player's forces are under
Nothing
attack.
can shoot up. Just now is a rifle being produced. Another worker gonna die. Oh my god, dude. Archmage broke, busted, and can't be trusted. Sock's coming back to try and defend. Oh my god, man. This is just insane. He's killed every single worker of Sock. Sock has made the backup priest gonna go down. This is game. Sock's economy absolutely devastated. 3 workers on gold is it. Naga's gonna free creep, taking no damage. Lures are up and at him. T3 on the way. Demon's still over half health. Can even come in again. Steals a tomb and an item. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Hides! Has to waste more to try and get him. Oh my gosh. This is not good, Sock. Not good at all. Naga well on the way to level 3. Gets to free creep the map. Now adept training. Now wonders. Now empty Zeppelin can go threaten forever. Oh god. Well, not if that happens. Oh, wow. Look at this. Harpy. Bro, look at the damage on this Harpy. Holy OP, dude. 23 to 27. Very nice. Level 4 demon now. Getting beefed up, and he's going to retrain straight into Mana Burn. And now he's going to control the map with Mana Burn. There won't be any Storm Bolts or Water Elementals.
A player's forces are under attack. The town is under siege.
Sock just now getting his economy halfway back online. 29 out of 38 supply to the almost 50 supply of Moon. It's an absolute catastrophe. Needs level 3 on this MK, and Moon just taking his time, and I don't really know why. Maybe he knows it's impossible to come back at this point. I love the harassing with the Harpy. Fairy Fire even being cast so that he can see where things are. Would have played back the Archmage for a level 3 Mountain King. That's just me. More priests. $1,100 hit point Demon Hunter is definitely you're gonna have a bad day.
A player's forces are under attack.
Gonna get level 3 on the MK here. Taking a lot of damage from this camp. Mana Stone, that's nice. Give it to the MK already. Staff of Preservation. Yeah, 1100 HP plus a greater potion of healing. That's not going anywhere.
A player's forces are under attack.
Doesn't pull him out of the fountain. He died pretty fast. Decent damage, but 40 supply to the 50 of Moon, and Moon is going to bank and break. Just now, the first upgrade's coming in. Usually, the hit would happen 2 minutes ago, and the rifles would have been 1-0, just to give you some sort of bearing here. Level 5 demon, which means Sea-Witch gonna get level 4 super fast here.
Forces are under attack.
Okay, nice aura on the Archmage. Level 3, Greater Invuln, Mana Stone, all the right tools and utilities. Demon gonna come in, almost already out of mana, but he'll get a couple of kills. Backs out of it, doesn't like it, wants to chase the rifle. Naga just creeping like a mad woman. Gonna head into the main while the demon groups up as well. Nope. Comes back to creep this. And the map of Sunhoof Mesa almost all crept out now. Amazing.
A player's forces are under attack.
And here it is. Archmage way too far out front. Gets nuked down to over half health instantly. Trying to take out a bear. Bear almost goes down, and Moon decides he doesn't like it. He's going to TP out. Perfect militia call by Sock. But now a regen scroll would have such value. He wants to go for the red, but the red's already taken. Gonna grab a tomb, free little tomb. Soak up for himself. They're a lot more efficient. Moon gonna use all the wells at his disposal, and the only camps really left on the map are these 3 oranges in a row at this big red camp, which Sokka definitely... Oh, it's not up. Only 1 little harpy is left. Very interesting. So Moon definitely gonna get the better end of that deal, but he's already 5-5. Demon gonna move across the map to start an open harass, but very interesting, he has no staff. Gonna check for the expo in both locations, and if he's on one base, I think Moon gonna be very happy with this actually. Moon at 67 supply. Still well over 12 supply over the top of Sock, which should not be the case in one base. Sock gonna stumble into the Tree of Life building, so that's gonna be a nice quick cancel.
A player's forces are under attack.
One rifle down, huge fork lightning, triple kill on the workers. And this is an absolute nightmare. Sock should have TP'd way sooner. Don't know what was going on there. And he's gonna TP right around the Naga, has a greater invuln. Everything's going into it, and a TP out. He's gonna save some, but not all. And he needs to cast some bolts, and he needs to cast some slows. One more slow there, and wow, picking up a triple bear. Slow on. The Zeppelin is well hired. Dispel with the Wisp. Moon, what a god. Somehow saves a double bear, and that could have been the game. If he would have killed 12 supply of bears right there, that could have been it. Demon gonna come right back in. Maybe a little bit overzealous here, taking a lot of free damage. This choke is gonna be great for Sock, actually. Needs to fight here, if ever at all. Greater Invuln could be used. He still has mana. Gets burnt. Now he can use the Mana Stone if he really wants to. Gets a bash! Couldn't make contact. And now he's overcommitted and needs to get back into his choke a little bit. Uses a Scroll of Healing, but the MK is out of position. Another bolt could be possible, but the staff is ready on the Naga. Level 5 has full mana. And now both players are going to fight over this choke point here. Sock wants to fight in it. Moon does not. And Moon's going to commit. Another bear goes down, but he needs another Scroll of Healing, and he doesn't have one. And I think that means that that's it. Moon is going to take it. Busts through the choke point. There's not a lot left. And has all the utility in the world. Can easily staff out the demon. Almost full health, full mana. GG is called. And Moon is going to take the best of 5. 3-2. Over Sock. Wowie wowzers. getting away scot-free, huh? Hey, listen. I'm glad you guys hung out today, huh? Got the Double Crown World Invitational well underway. We're into the semifinals now. You gotta tune in. Later this week, we're gonna have some baller games there. Don't forget to go check out that bracket. And hey man, as always, great performance by Moon and Sock. I tell you what guys, you hang in there. It's Monday, we gotta get back to the grind. We got more Warcraft where that came from. You're gonna want to check it out.